Hello ladies and gentlemen, in this episode, we will return to Italy and go to Turin, to get to know a company that has enchanted each and every one of us at least once in our lives. But first, let's take a look at what the city of Turin has to offer in terms of cultural beauties. Considering only some of the most important monuments in the city of Turin, we can talk about Mole Antonelliana. The Mole Antonelliana is an exceptional architectural masterpiece and one of the most iconic symbols of Turin. Designed by architect Alessandro Antonelli, the structure features a high dome that stands out in the city's skyline. Besides being a monument of great beauty, it also houses the National Cinema Museum, which offers a unique experience for film lovers. Here you can climb to the top of the mole, using the panoramic elevator, and enjoy a breathtaking view of Turin. The Royal Palace of Turin is a magnificent royal residence that has hosted the Savoy family, one of the most important royal dynasties in Italy and Europe. The palace is a true masterpiece of Baroque architecture and is famous for its sumptuous interiors, including the ceremonial halls, reception rooms, art galleries, and royal chambers. Through a visit to the royal palace, you can immerse yourself in the life of the royal court and admire works of art, antique furniture, and elaborate decorations that testify to the luxury and wealth of the Savoys. In Turin, we also find the Egyptian Museum, which is one of the most important Egyptian museums outside of Egypt. Founded in 1824, it houses an extraordinary collection of artifacts from ancient Egypt, ranging from monumental statues to everyday objects, wall paintings, and mummies. The museum offers a fascinating immersion into the history and culture of ancient Egypt, with thematic exhibitions illustrating aspects of daily life, religion, art, and Egyptian mythology. It is a must-visit for archaeology and ancient history enthusiasts. Turin has many other tourist attractions, such as the Chapel of the Shroud, the Automobile Museum, Valentino Park, and the Basilica of Superga. These are just some of the well-known places of interest that can enhance your visit to Turin. But as I mentioned before, the theme of this video is different, so today we will talk about a very important company in terms of furniture, namely Frau. The story of this giant begins with Lorenzo Frau, also known as Renzo, who was born in Cagliari but was later called to Milan for military service. After being discharged as a lieutenant of infantry, he marries Savina, and they decide to move to Turin, which at that time was a pivotal city for Italian culture. Initially, Lorenzo works as a sales representative for the company Gribordi, and then for Demoid Patent, a producer of artificial leather. But a business trip to Great Britain offers him the opportunity to discover Chesterfield-style armchairs. Lorenzo immediately realizes their potential and successfully starts importing them to Italy. Thus, in 1912, Poltrona Frau is born. Initially, the company focused on the production of high-quality upholstered armchairs and sofas, which later allowed them to aggressively approach the international market. In 1916, Renzo Frau launched the first advertising campaign in Turin magazines. 3 years later, the Poltrona 128 was created, which was later included in the catalogue as Poltrona 1919. In 1923, the company made its first supplies to hotels and transatlantic ships, thanks to a collaboration with Decrotte, another company operating in the high-end furniture sector. The year 1926 marked significant changes as Frau became the official supplier of the Royal House of Savoy, which, as mentioned before, was one of the most important royal families in Italy and Europe at that time. In the same year, Renzo Frau passed away at the age of only 45, and, after his death, Savina, along with their children, took on a leadership role in the company. Savina Frau actively contributed to the management and growth of the company, carrying forward her late husband's vision and values. She played an important role in maintaining the standards of craftsmanship excellence and the quality of Poltrona Frau products. Savina made strategic decisions for the company and worked to develop and consolidate its success in the luxury furniture sector. It is worth noting that Poltrona Frau entered the world of contract furnishings in the early decades of the 20th century, solidifying its presence in the industry in subsequent years. The contract sector refers to furnishing public spaces such as hotels, restaurants, offices, conference rooms, and other commercial environments. In 1931, Savina furnished the transatlantic shipwrecks, and in 1932, she furnished the Italian Parliament. As we can see, Poltrona Frau's reputation for craftsmanship, refined design, and comfort made the company an ideal choice for numerous contract projects. Its expertise in furnishing exclusive spaces and the ability to customize products to meet specific client needs made Poltrona Frau a trusted partner for significant contract projects. In the following years, Poltrona Frau continued to provide furnishings for important hotels, restaurants, institutional venues, conference halls, and other public spaces worldwide. Its presence in the contract sector further solidified its reputation as a luxury and high-quality furniture company. Here are a few examples. Poltrona Frau worked on furnishing the Orient Express, contributing to the interior design of some prestigious trains within the Orient Express line. Its collaboration helped create luxurious and comfortable spaces within these historic railway cars. Furnishing for the Ritz Hotel in Paris, Poltrona Frau provided high-quality furniture and furnishings for the Ritz Hotel in Paris, one of the most famous and prestigious hotels in the world. Its collaboration contributed to creating elegant and refined environments for the hotel guests. Project for furnishing Frank Lloyd Wright's homes, Poltrona Frau worked closely with renowned architect Frank Lloyd Wright on furnishing his houses and residential projects. Their collaboration resulted in the creation of unique and high-quality design pieces for these iconic residences. Speaking about the war, we can say that World War II, in particular, had a significant impact on Poltrona Frau, as it did on many other companies during that period. There was a notable scarcity of materials due to restrictions and priorities assigned to the war industry. This made it difficult for Poltrona Frau to obtain the necessary materials for furniture production, including the premium leather, that had become one of the company's distinguishing features. Due to the war, many industries, including the furniture sector, experienced a decline in activity. Poltrona Frau's production and sales were affected, and the company faced economic difficulties during this period. To cope with the scarcity of materials and the economic situation during the war, Poltrona Frau had to adapt its production. They sought alternatives to traditional materials and diversified their product range to meet the needs of the time. After the end of World War II, the company faced the challenge of rebuilding and resuming production. They had to reconstruct their facilities and establish new supply relationships to return to full capacity. Despite the obstacles encountered during the war years, the company managed to overcome difficulties and continue its business. They preserved their commitment to high-quality craftsmanship and continued to excel in the luxury furniture industry even after the war. In the 1950s and 1960s, Poltrona Frau expanded its international presence by opening showrooms and establishing partnerships with renowned designers and architects. A notable project during this period was the United Nations headquarters in New York. Poltrona Frau was involved in furnishing the United Nations headquarters, providing high-quality furniture for meeting rooms, offices, and public spaces within the building. The collaboration with Poltrona Frau helped create an elegant and functional environment for United Nations meetings and diplomatic activities. In 1962, the Nazareno Gabrielli Group acquired the company, with management entrusted to Franco Moschini, and the company's headquarters were transferred to Tolentino, in the Marche region. Throughout its history, the company has collaborated with important figures in design, such as Joe Ponti and Pierluigi Navi, creating iconic furniture that has helped consolidate its status as a leader in the luxury furniture sector. In 1965, Joe Ponti designed the Dezza armchair, which won the Technotel Award in Genoa. 2 years later, the company began its collaboration with Luigi Massoni, who served as the art director, and in 1968, Massoni designed Lullati, a rounded bed. In 1970, the brand restyling was entrusted to Mimmo Castellano. In the 1980s, Pierluigi Cheri, Marco Zanuzzo, Lella, and Massimo Vignali also collaborated with the company. It should be noted that while maintaining a strong foundation in traditional craftsmanship, Poltrona Frau has embraced technological innovation to improve the quality and performance of its products. The company has developed new processing and manufacturing techniques, enhancing the durability and comfort of its furniture. They have also invested in research and development of new materials and technologies to meet the needs of modern customers, continuing to excel in the luxury furniture industry and offering products that combine beauty, comfort, and durability. In the 1980s, the company reintroduced a great classic to the market, the Chester 1. It is a modern reinterpretation of the classic Chesterfield model, which has become an icon of design over the years. The product is crafted with the artisanal attention to detail and premium leather that distinguish Poltrona Frau's products. Throughout the years, Poltrona Frau has always maintained high ethical standards and a commitment to promoting environmental sustainability. The company uses natural and recyclable materials, constantly striving to reduce the environmental impact of the production process and adopting sustainable practices in resource management. This ecological approach has helped solidify Poltrona Frau's reputation as a company committed to ethics and environmental responsibility. Although the use of genuine leather may raise questions regarding environmental sustainability, such as water resource utilization, water pollution, and waste management, it is important to note that Poltrona Frau has implemented stringent measures to mitigate the environmental impacts associated with the use of genuine leather and promote sustainability in the production process. Here are some aspects that the company has implemented. Poltrona Frau is committed to using leather only from controlled and certified sources. This means the company selects suppliers that adhere to specific environmental, social, and ethical standards. This helps ensure that the leather used comes from farms and productions that meet sustainability standards, and the company is committed to tracing the origin of the leather used in its products. This ensures that the leather comes from legitimate sources and that sustainability standards are upheld throughout the supply chain. One of the most important points on this list is that Poltrona Frau seeks to optimize the use of leather during the production process. This involves minimizing waste and maximizing leather utilization, thereby reducing environmental impact. The company also invests in research and development to identify sustainable alternative solutions and materials. They explore new technologies and sustainable materials that can partially or completely replace the use of genuine leather. From the mid-1980s, Poltrona Frau also began creating and producing leather interiors for the most distinctive models in the premium automotive sector. And as hard work always pays off, in the 1990s, the company received several awards, some of which are mentioned below. Compasso d'Oro Award. In 1991, Poltrona Frau received the prestigious Compasso d'Oro, Ardi Award for the design of the Vanity Fair armchair by Renzo Frau. The Compasso d'Oro Award is one of the most important awards in the field of industrial design and is given to the best design works in Italy. Wallpaper Design Awards. In 1998, Poltrona Frau was awarded the Wallpaper Design Award in the Best Classic Reissue category for the relaunch of the Dezza armchair designed by Joe Ponti in the 1960s. This award recognized the company's success in impeccably reinterpreting and reissuing a design classic. Interior Innovation Award. In 1999, Poltrona Frau received the Interior Innovation Award for the Albero chair designed by Gianfranco Frattini. This award recognized the design innovation and quality of materials used. These awards are a testament to Poltrona Frau's dedication to excellence in design and the recognition it has received within the industry. In the early 2000s, Frau acquired Cassina, another globally renowned company, giving rise to the largest furniture and high-end design group in Italy in terms of size and positioning. This long-awaited project was desired by Luca Cordero di Montezemolo and Diego della Valle. The collaboration resulted in a dual outcome, bringing the company back under Italian ownership, which was previously owned by the French multinational Fimilac, and integrating Cassina into the Frau brand. Over the years, the company has maintained a highly esteemed profile, remaining faithful to the vision set by Lorenzo Frau. It distinguishes itself through the quality of its furniture and seating, combining traditional craftsmanship, refined design, and premium materials to create luxury pieces of furniture that withstand the test of time. We can talk about the Fred desk, a relatively recent product from Poltrona Frau. The desk exemplifies functional and sophisticated design for the workspace, crafted with the artisanal attention that distinguishes Frau products. Alternatively, we can mention the Poltrona Frau Archibald, a chair introduced to the market in 2009, and designed by French designer Jean-Marie Massaud. The chair is characterized by soft and sinuous lines, accompanied by a luxurious and refined seating experience. To celebrate its centenary in 2012, the company opened the Poltrona Frau Museum at its headquarters in Tolentino, designed by Italian architect Michele de Lucchi. The museum showcases around 60 iconic pieces of furniture from the company, many from Franco Moschini's collection. It also illustrates the company's history with furniture examples, drawings, images, and production materials in a 1,400 square meter building. The theme is the intelligence of hands. A video gallery highlights the company's technical glossary, featuring 9 manual tools, including the curved needle, nails, horsehair, quilt, and hammer, the tools and materials necessary for bending, sewing, attaching, and working with leather. In 2015, the company launched the Aurora bed on the market. It is a bedroom furniture piece that embodies elegance and comfort, offering a luxurious resting environment. As we can see, the company has continued to mature over the years, growing and successfully meeting the unique needs of every eccentric customer. From luxury villas and apartments to marine and yachting, as well as public buildings and contemporary palaces, there is no challenge that Poltrona Frau hasn't been able to face and surpass with flying colors. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today. Thank you for your attention, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and write us in the comments what you think of our videos.